Parece misión de compañero. Parece misión de Jacob.
The yeoman said you wanted to see me. What's this about, Jacob?
As I said, it's a personal matter. I don't want to waste our time if it turns out to be a goose chase. But... well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
I'm listening.
My private log got an update about the Hugo Gernsback, the ship my father served on. It sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and requesting a rescue. Shepard, that ship went missing 10 years ago. I hadn't talked to my father for 3 years before that. I've buried everything but a body. I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over. It's been too long.
I think you'd be more excited that your father might be alive.
He wasn't around enough for me to have bad memories. It's an old, well-healed wound. But if he's actually alive and needs help, I also want to note that it's not normal procedure for distress calls to be routed to the Normandy.
Diario personal.
It was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
Claro, llegó su diario personal, claro, no llegó a través de la Normandía. Álvaro, muchísimas gracias, amigo, gracias por esa donación, gracias de verdad. Investigar, posible relación con Cerberus.
Any signs that this was a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the elusive man would let a direct operation stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
Madre mía, Jacob, vas súper apretado, hermano. Vas, ese pantalón está ceñidísimo, Jacob.
You didn't get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it. Even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am. And as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
Es el sexy del pelotón. Es que va apretadísimo, ¿eh? Sí, señor. Va marcando píxeles a tope. Da gusto ver tus directos, como estar en casa con un amigo. Eres un tío muy grande. Muchísimas gracias, Álvaro. Gracias por tus palabras, amigo. Gracias, de verdad. La nave y su misión. Y el de Miranda ni se diga. Sí, el de Miranda también va apretadita. Sí, sí. Les gusta la licra a ambos. A Jacob y a Miranda.
Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
Vale, nada, vamos a echar un vistazo.
I think we can spare the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones.
Están muy chulas las misiones de compañeros, están muy chulas. Tienen mucho más rollo que en el primero, Viaja a ella. Tienen mucho más rollo que en el original.
Grunt seems very agitated. You may want to check in on him.
Perdón, mensaje sin leer. Tiene mucho más rollo, Vale, vámonos de aquí. Relé de masa. A ver, Tuchanka, la Ciudadela, Ilium, Omega. Ayuda a Jacob. Sí. El segundo juego está más enfocado, los compañeros. Se nota, Se nota que este juego está más enfocado. Sí, se nota. Vale, si no os importa, puedo escanear a ver si hay alguna cosita decente. Agotado. Bueno. Aterricemos. Claro, tenemos que llevar a Jacob. Y agarros. Un punto, 8 puntos. Operativo de Cerberus, por favor. Vale, vamos. Más difícil matar. Salud 40-18. Especialista, sí. Atracción, munición incendiaria. Sí. Sí. Ah, tenía que haber cambiado... Ah, quería haberme cambiado la... No me di cuenta. Quería haberme cambiado la armadura. Quería haberme cambiado la armadura, pero bueno. He sacado un 9,8 en chino y un 7,5 en ruso. Madre mía, Irene. Vamos, crack. Enhorabuena, enhorabuena. Me alegro un montón. Ya te llamaremos si necesitamos traductor. Enhorabuena. Vale, sí. Vale. Acaba de llegar mi chica y se está poniendo smoothing como un enajena. Por ahí. Busca supervivientes. Encuentra a los supervivientes de la Gernsback. Una IP.
Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time, 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Protocolos de emergencia.
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
Deceleración insegura.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent
a un 465 de la velocidad recomendada, ¿no?
The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Alimento y deterioro neuronal.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Vale, activación de la baliza.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after
Dame un segundo,
358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Vale, perdonadme. Vamos, básicamente que te comes una lechuga de aquí del planeta y que te pones como un animal, básicamente. Vale. Activación de la baliza.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours. Following the unscheduled suborbital activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237
o sea que
days, 7 hours,
papá...
on the authority of acting captain.
Que papá la encendió, ¿no?
Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Vale, no parece que haya mucho más.
Come on, let's get going.
Vale, vamos a encontrar a Taylor. Papá, vamos a por ti.
It must have.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay.
Por aquí no podemos acceder de ninguna forma, ¿no?
Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time 8 years, 237
Vale, me marca hacia allí. ¿Es todo muy creepy o qué? Vale, blanco... blanco. No, sí. Blanco, naranja, azul. Blanco, naranja, azul. Blanco, naranja, azul. Naranja. Blanco. Verde. Richa, ¿qué decís? Me gasto $20 en The Other's World. Hombre, a mí me gustó mucho, ¿eh? Me gustó un montonazo The Other's World. Me parece un RPG muy chulo. Pero bueno, a ver, no sé. Es como... Es muy parecido a Fallout. Es muy parecido a Fallout, mucho. Sí, claro, están todos volviéndose un poco para allá. ¿Qué tal, Laricha? ¿Cómo estás? Están todos, supongo que todos se alimentaron de la fauna local, perdón, de la flora local, y bueno, comieron del planeta y los están volviendo locos.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them, agents of the liar. He will not escape.
Madre mía, se les va la olla hasta aquí la peña, pero joder, fatal de lo suyo, La peña está loquísima, amigos. Vale, ¿qué tenemos por aquí? A ver. Atracción. Madre mía, menuda fiesta raca que hay aquí montada. Menuda fiesta raca que hay aquí montada, Ven aquí, anda. Ven aquí, anda, Garrus, hijo. ¿Por qué no me detecta el daño? Pregunto. Vale, están comiendo. Hubo una parte ahí que no me detectaba el daño, tío. Estaba haciéndole daño y no lo detectaba. Me pilla un poco lejos, la verdad. Voy a hacer una cosa. Me he cansado. No puedo pasar. Mira, está la chica aquí medio tirada y me hace ahí efecto. Ah, ya está. Solo quiero ir a casa. Oye, habla un poco de respeto porque la chica está un poco cucú, es cierto, pero bueno, hombre, no te pases. La chica está un poco cucú, está un poco para allá, pero bueno.
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure.
No está muy fina la.
They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
Vale, podemos, no sé, hablar con quien sea.
They're from the same group as the ones that attacked us, but these are docile.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
Possibly, but the female on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Pinta mal, para el
Not the
padre.
best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic
Sí,
food?
sí, no.
Whatever's happening here needs to stop.
No pinta guay. Tiene pinta de que el padre se pasó y obligó a todo el mundo a pasarse para. No sé,
I can't talk to you.
no sé.
I don't want punishing.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's
Es como una
borderline
especie de. Secta, grupo, no sé, un rollo así un poco. Bueno, un poco. Muy loco, vamos, básicamente. Vayan pasando, por favor. Gracias.
Have a nice trip.
He's mixed.
Please, here. You have his face. But you fight
Ah,
his
tiene a los
machines.
robots o a
You
las
might
máquinas
stop
de su lado.
This, I forget how to read, but this was the start. What he promised and what they did to us. We need the sky.
Madre
Take
mía.
us back to the sky.
Llévanos al cielo. Llévanos al cielo.
What does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later.
Menudo pieza
The
el
rest is
padre.
a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on.
Menudo pieza el padre.
He wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without violence.
It didn't stop there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers.
Menudos piezas, colega.
And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Madre mía, pero, papá, estás desatado, hijo. Papá, estás desatado. Te vamos a reventar el pecho. Hay que acabar con él, Lo
But
siento.
it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon?
Papá está como un cencerro,
Fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
Es muy turbio este Mass Effect 2,
We haven't seen any other officers.
Es muy turbio, Tiene las historias que se cuentan son muy turbias.
Bridge staff should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week, about a month after the beacon was repaired.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
Enfréntate a Taylor. Interroga al capitán Taylor sobre por qué trató así a su tripulación. Vale. Este con este. Este con este. Busco a C. C con este. Y este con este. Vale. Oh, oh, oh. Piu. Maravilla, amigos.
The old corpse was posed like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
Hunter Star.
Menudo pieza el colega. Menudo pieza el colega.
The late to blame his victim.
Que nada, básicamente nos está diciendo... Me obligaron a hacerlo, ¿sabes? De ese palo. Si este parece turbio, espérate al 3. Madre mía. Pues me parece... Hombre, a ver, a ver si me entendéis. Quiero decir, me parece turbio, me parece un juego, ¿sabes? Pistola pesada. Daño de pistola pesada. Vale.
Hostile engaged. Targeting.
I had to keep them busy, distracted, but it's getting dangerous. Thank God you've come.
Se estaba volviendo peligroso, tío. Menudo pieza tu padre, compi. Menudo pieza el colega. No sé qué raro hizo ahí, un raro un poco extraño, Hizo un raro un poco extraño,
One less to worry about.
Used to train my guards. I'm afraid you'll have to fight them to rescue me.
Créditos. Batería. Vale. Guarda con el cerebro lavado. Vale, no había leído el tema. Qué guay la música, Qué guay la música, tío. La música es muy bestia, tío. Es muy increíble la música. Muy increíble. En los momentos en los que hay acción, tío, despega de una manera loquísima la música. Es muy exagerado. Se escucha maravillosamente. Vale. 2400 créditos, que no están nada mal, La música tiene un punto de música clásica orquestal muy chulo. Sí, además tiene como ese toque épico que le queda, vamos, estupendo. El malo de Robocop, sí. Aquí está Papá Taylor, ya verás. Te vamos a reventar el pecho, hijo de perra.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance Space. I've got to have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior.
Vaya cara que
Waiting
tengo,
for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years? What happened?
God damn it! Why did you do this to your crew?
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance. like an instinct. Pure authority was easy at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a
Hombre,
good idea.
no me pareció... Bueno, sí, es que eres un jeta. Los demás oficiales, eres un jeta.
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you.
Menudo pieza el colega, tío.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
Menudo pieza el amigo.
A good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
There's no way I'm letting this slide, Taylor. A price will be paid.
How much? What kind of math can balance these lives? His life isn't worth pulling the damn trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
Pensaba que íbamos a enfrentarnos o algo al grupo que estaba allí fuera, ¿eh? Gánate la lealtad de... Bueno, sí.
Don't even give him the taillights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Come on. We've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
Vale. Bien hecho. Están muy chulas las misiones de compañero. Están muy chulas. Sí, señor. Merecen un montonazo la pena. Mucho, mucho. Son muy interesantes y tienen mucho rollo y mola un montón. Sí, señor. Hombre, y lógicamente pues haces que... ¿no? Te unes más, ¿no? Al final a tus compañeros. Mejoras de armadura, prototipos, entrenamiento avanzado, tejido... Incapacidad un amigo orgánico con dolor. Lanza neuronal volátil. Descarga neuronal. Sí. Granada de inferno. Vale. Quería hacer algo más. Vale, lo que podemos hacer es entregar... Aquí no. Vamos a bajar. Y podemos entregar... Laboratorio de uniformes y cabina. Alojamiento del capitán, soporte vital, cubierta de observación... Creo que aquí está la doctora, me parece. Richard, ¿ya acabó el o todavía falta alguna conferencia? No, ya acabó. Mañana lo que hay es un showcase de Xbox a las 7 de la tarde que veremos aquí en directo. Tengo tu brandy.
How may I help you, Commander?
I have a present for you, Doc.
Sarah's ice brandy? You didn't. Thank you. I always regretted not opening that original bottle when I still could. I won't make the same mistake again. Why don't we open this bottle right here? Right now, you and me.
You crack open the bottle. I'll get the glasses.
No está mal, nos pegamos unos pelotazos y ya está.
I thought Olenko's biotic display might have broken Jenkins' back, but Jenkins pops up and yells, "That was awesome!" Oh, Jenkins. Soldiers like him make the Alliance great. Cerberus lacks the same enthusiasm.
With your service record, you could have gotten a tour of duty on any Alliance ship. Why'd you really leave?
Maybe it's less about leaving and more about staying. As a military doctor, I mostly treat people who are in bad shape. Often they die. And if I can help them, they move on. Either way, they leave.
Don't you have any friends or family?
No, not lacking friendship. Just stability. Jeff, Joko will always have Vrolic syndrome. He would never admit it, but he needs my help, and he always will. I wish it weren't, but sadly, it's true.
To the people we care for.
May we never take them for granted.
Vale, voy un poco pedo. Voy borracho, es maravilloso. Voy borracho. Vale, tendría que venir hacia... ascensor. Puesto de mando. Voy borracho, amigos. Voy un poco pedo. Un pelín, a little pedo. Voy a little pedo. A ver, mejoras de armadura. Capacidad de Medigel. Vale, ahora suben uno. No está mal. Vale, y... Vale, Miranda quiere verme. Nada, Miranda, ahora va a ser la misión de Miranda. Aquí era... Sí. Ahora va a ser la misión si lo digo, la misión de Miranda. Y aquí voy a entregar...
You're the best, Commander. We just got those FBA couplings installed. Now we only have to calibrate every week instead of every day. We're thinking about celebrating our newfound free time with some Skillian 5 poker. Want to join us?
Come on, Kenneth. The commander doesn't want to play cards with grease monkeys like us.
Actually, that sounds interesting.
Fantastic. I'll get the cards.
My Skillian 5's a bit rusty. You'll be easy on the rookie, right?
Of course, Commander. It's all friendly.
Yeah, right.
Vale. Qué bien.
Be gentle on the rookie. I can't believe we fell for that.
Los acabamos de vacilar un pelín, me parece, ¿eh? Me parece que los acabamos de vacilar un pelín.